Alright, so we're able to view articles and add new articles. Now I want to work on editing them. As you can see in our list here, we have an edit button. If we click that, it's going to go to articles, edit, and then the ID. So what we need to do first is create an edit method in the controller. Okay, so we want to go to the articles controller, and I'm going to paste this in. And it is extremely similar to the add function that we did in the last video. We're going to set the rules, we're getting categories, we're getting the users. This is new. We're going to get the single article. So we're going to, in the article model, have a function or a method called getArticle and pass in the ID. And you can see we have the ID passed in here, and that's going to be through the URL. Alright, and we're going to test to see if the form has been run. If not, it's just going to load this view which we need to create, this articles edit view. If it has been submitted and passed, then we're going to put all our post values into a data array, and then we're going to pass that data array into the update method in our article model which we need to create. And then we're just going to set a message and redirect. Okay, so now let's go to the article model because we need to create this update method. Okay, so this is very simple. Basically, we're doing the same thing as we did with the insert, except we're running update, and we're saying where the ID is equal to this ID, which was passed in, and then we're just going to return true. So let's save that, and now we need to create our edit view. So inside views, admin, articles, you want to create a new file called edit.php. I'm going to paste this in. It's going to be very similar to the add form. It's going to go to articles/edit/ and then the article ID. Let's see, we have our breadcrumb, and then just each form, except the value is coming from this article variable. Okay, so the single article title, and that variable is coming from our controller right here, data article, which is pulling it from the method model. I'm sorry, the model method getArticle. Alright, so let's save that, reload. Okay, now we have our edit page with the form is actually filled out. Okay, so let's see if we can change this. Okay, your article has been saved, and you can see that the name is now test123. And we want to make sure that an author is selected. And let's try to change it back to test. Alright, so now we can edit articles. The next thing I want to do is be able to unpublish and publish them. Alright, so and I also want to show you that we can make these articles menu items. If we look at the front end of our site, you can see we have a couple links here. Let's take this test article and connect it to the menu by clicking yes. Order, let's put it at the end of the menu. So we'll do for, save, and then if we go to the front end, we now have test on the end of the menu. Alright, so it's really starting to come together. So for publish and update in the articles controller, right after the edit method, I'm going to paste in two methods. Okay, so we have publish and unpublish, and they do the same exact thing, except we're calling the publish model here and then the unpublished model method here, which we need to create. So inside of the article model, I'm going to paste these two methods in, and these are the same except we're setting is published to 1 here and is published to 0 here. Alright, so save that. And we don't need a view for this because it's just function, it's not a certain kind of view. So if we go to articles and we want to unpublished, so it's now unpublished, and I can publish it again just with the click. So very easy. And you can also do it from the edit screen. So if we want to unpublish this, say no and save. Alright, so next thing we want to do is to be able to delete articles. So in the controller, in the articles controller, I'm going to create a delete method that takes an ID, okay, much like the edit method, and then we're going to call the delete method, which is inside the article model, which we need to create. And then we're just going to simply set a message and redirect. So save that, and then we'll go to article model, and this is going to be a very simple method. Okay, so delete takes an ID, and we're just going to call this db delete and plug in the name of the table as well as the data array of what we want deleted. So save that, and I think that should be good. So now if we reload, let's delete this test article, and there it goes. So that's really all there is to the article CRUD, create, read, update, and delete. Okay, we can now create articles, we can view them or read them, we can update them, and we can delete them. So next we want to be able to do the same for categories, users, and groups.